listeners. A wise man once looked over my shoulder as I thumbed through my latest copy of Crock-Pot Cooking on a Budget. "Young lady," he whispered, his breath sickeningly warm against my neck, "you've got my crock-pot a-bubbling, and it hasn't cost you a cent." Huh. Now that I think about it, he wasn't a wise man at all. Just another pervert in a Del Taco dining room. Today on Please Excuse My Dead Aunt Sally, Mike goes to China and is temporarily replaced by Charise.
Suzy finds 2 sand dollars, but
Cha-ching!
realizes they can't be exchanged for goods and services.
Aww. And we all come down with a cold and long for the days when cough syrup had codeine in it.
Lovely, lovely codeine.
Sweet, sweet codeine. Are you ready?
Yep.
No, I can't.
I'm gonna get through any of this.
Well, I was just, funniest thing ever.
So today, Junior.
And now, after months deep underground, 'tis time for the return of Suzy's crazy conspiracy corner. We never went to the moon. Comedian and actor Owen Benjamin has been shaking up the online community by publicly announcing that he believes the moon landing of 1969 is an elaborate hoax. A hoax by NASA in order to funnel millions of dollars into furthering its space program. Benjamin cites evidence such as the strange accidental erasing of data recordings by NASA, the physics of the Van Allen radiation belt making penetration impossible, and many other items. All I can say to Mr. Owen Benjamin is, welcome. Your eyes are now open. If NASA has truly lied about this, what else are they hiding? Charise,
Yes.
did we go to the moon or did we not?
Well, so I'm beginning to think we didn't. I think we've all been had. Yes.
I'm glad you're
Americans.
finally seeing the light.
Not the light of the moon, that is.
The light of the moon. Ooh. Well, no, we can still see the
We can
light
see the
of
light
the moon.
We just haven't
Just because
been
we
on
haven't been there doesn't mean the moon's not real. Oh God, what if the moon's not real?
it. What if it is made of cheese?
What if it's like a bat, like the bat signal that they would shine on the moon in Gotham? What if the moon is just a bat signal that they shine up in the sky
What if the moon
to make us think there's a moon and there's not?
What if the moon is just a green screen projection?
Oh my gosh. That would mean that green screen technology has existed since way before we even knew.
I mean, green screens existed before we even knew green screens existed.
He sounded like Alexandria Cortez when she
Ew.
says, "We need to invent technology that hasn't been invented yet."
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that how it works?
We need to invent Alexandria.
We need to invent a
Ortega-Cortez.
revolution is what we need to invent.
We need to invent politicians that aren't her. How about
And you
that?
hear the people sing the songs of angry men. These are the voices of the listeners. If you're not inspired to put on a yellow vest and fight for your freedom, well, then you're already dead.
Suzy, I have a confession.
What's that?
I've only watched Les Mis once.
Once is all it takes, my friend. Once is all it takes.
I didn't think it was that great.
The movie adaptation was not, and it had nothing to do with Hugh Jackman. He did a great job. It was Russell Crowe. Every time he said anything or sang anything, it was just like, "You're not a singer, are you?"
don't even remember enough of it to know. But
But
I always had a crush. Like, I've had a crush on Russell Crowe for a long time. I know that's a weird crush.
Well, I always squirm a little bit when I see him because he looks a lot like my ex.
Ew. He reminds me of a guy I used to date too, but not your ex.
That maybe he just reminds everyone of their
Maybe
ex.
he's just
Maybe it's like, so have you heard the theories of perception? So maybe what I see as yellow, you see as blue, but there's no way we'll ever know because we can't see out of each other's eyes.
Your ex, I see as my
Maybe
ex.
when everyone looks at Russell Crowe, he looks like everyone's ex. Listeners,
At least from the 90s.
I swear
If you had an ex in the 90s.
But no, my ex, that was early 2000s.
Mine
So
too.
Exes of the 90s and early 2000s. So let
Gen
us know.
X exes.
It's all lining up. Oh my gosh, Nilbog is goblin spelled backwards. Listeners, write to us at pleaseexcusemydadadSally@gmail.com or hit me up on social media and let me know if you have an ex that looks like Russell Crowe as well.
If you have a Gen X ex.
Keep pulling the sweater. Do you mean keep pulling the thread? Yeah, now you're talking. This is Conspiracy Corner, over and out. Say, Charise, I heard you secured us a new sponsor for the show this week. Would you like to tell us about them?
Yes, we did. I'm actually very pleased to present our new sponsor, Latter-day Snakes, a pet store for those who love scales and more. It's like the inflection on that. Let me start over. Yes, our new sponsor is Latter-day Snakes, a pet store for those who love scales and more. Get beguiled by our serpents and see why everyone is writing letters about Salamander Sanctuary. You knew what your pet was when you picked it up at Latter-day Snakes. So bad on
Oh no, that was great. That was great. That's before. Listeners, weren't we just born and bred for radio? Listeners, today we have a very special treat. My nephew Carter has joined us all the way from Redondo Beach, California. How's it going, Carter?
It's going great.
Thanks for being here today. It's not every day I get to have you on my show. So, Carter, you're kind of an expert in the world of memes and memology. Would you agree?
Yes.
I have learned about more memes from you than I have from any one other source. So, what's the latest meme all the kids are talking about and everyone should know about?
Some of the latest memes that everybody's talking about is PewDiePie versus T-Series and how it's just kind of funny and T-Series is a loser.
T-Series is a loser? What makes him a loser? We'll edit that part out.
He's a music channel.
Oh, is that the one doing the surreal memes?
No.
Tell me about surreal memes.
Surreal memes are just random videos of just really odd cartoons.
And what do you find appealing about them? The strangeness?
They make absolutely no sense and just...
Sometimes that's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Music for today's episode was produced by Kevin McLeod. Please continue to send listener questions to pleaseexcusemydadauntSally@gmail.com or reach us on social media.
Kai, that sounded so good.
To today, Junior.